right, so this is DJ Catsanova, and I'm here doing a over the phone, over the seas interview. This time from Cuba all the way to England with my guy, Strawberry Guy. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just sat in a lovely park in the sun, just trying to get out as much as I can.
I know.
Yeah, so I'm good.
How's the epidemic going over there?
It's quite strange. It's a very strange time. Like it's quite a lonely time. But yeah, I'm just kind of spending most of my time reading, and writing more music, and playing lots of music. I'm out on my bike a lot. So it's all right, but I'm bobbing along. I'm bobbing along.
Are you guys on pretty much total lockdown, like, or are you still allowed to go to the pubs and everything?
No, like everything's shut. We just got told that it would be another 3 weeks. That was last Thursday, so
So you got 2 more weeks
potentially
left.
in 2 weeks
Yeah.
it could get lifted, but we don't know yet. It's kind of all play it by ear.
So what is your real name? Because I'm pretty sure your parents didn't name you Strawberry.
No, I wish. Well, the name's Alex.
Alex.
Alex or Alexander. Al. You can call me Al, whatever you want.
And where are you from originally?
I'm originally Welsh, from Wales originally, and now I live in Liverpool.
I was gonna say, if you said Welch, Americans would have no clue where that is. I do, 'cause
Oh, really?
yeah, like I'm a big fan of Europe and I travel a lot, but like
Yeah.
a lot of them know where Wales is,
Oh, right.
but I think by saying Welsh, they'd be like, what the hell is that? Americans are kind of ignorant when it comes to geography. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think we are a bit as well too. But I guess America's a very big place. You know, there's a lot of geography going on in America itself.
Hmm.
So that's understandable.
So how did you come up
Mm.
with the name Strawberry Guy?
So two of my friends, Steve and Auden, who were in the band Hers, I was very good friends with them. They just lived like 2 streets like across from me, and we were just on our way back from like a little festival, and we were talking about drinks and like favorite drinks, and like I think it was Auden that asked me. He was like, "Oh, what drink would you have right now?" And we were just walking through the sun, and I was just dreaming of a strawberry milkshake, and I just said, "I'd love a strawberry milkshake." And he was just said immediately, he was like, "Oh, you're a strawberry guy." And since then, it just stuck. I was like, I like that.
I love that story. I'm a huge fan of hers. I did not know that you were friends with them.
Yeah, yeah, they were good friends of mine.
That's
Yeah,
very sad to hear that they had passed. Just on the
yeah.
anniversary of their death, I actually put out a playlist of just their songs for people who weren't familiar with them.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Yeah, it's just an absolute tragedy.
yeah,
Really, it was just like, yeah, yeah, it was a very very strange time last year. Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy because I had just started getting into their music around the time that had passed. So
Really?
yeah, on my page I posted one of my favorite songs of theirs is Low Beam. And I posted it and someone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh man, like so sad that they died." And I'm like, "What? I just saw them posting like a week ago." And then I like ran to their
Really?
page and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
Yeah, yeah. It was just an absolute tragedy. There's nothing.
Cuz they live
It
in
was just
Liverpool too, right?
awful. Yeah. They went to the same uni as
Okay.
me, so that was how I met them. They were kind of in our like friend group.
How long have you been writing and recording music?
Writing's an interesting one because I mean I started playing piano when I was 4 because my mum wanted one of her kids to be musical. I've got a sister as well, and she got me piano lessons when I was 4 years old, and I remember writing little kind of melodies and little things like on the piano when I was like 8 or that like very very young. But I think like it wasn't until I was maybe like maybe like 14, 13, 14 where I like wrote my first song.
Do you remember the first song you ever recorded?
I do vaguely think I must have been about 16. I think it was just like kind of me experimenting with it. So it was more like kind of a composition with like a bit of vocals on it. But yeah, it wasn't so much a song. It was more just like a random 2 minutes of kind of just music.
What instruments do you play? So you play. Your mom gave you piano lessons, and then what else? You play guitar as well.
Yeah, I play guitar as well. But then all the flutes and like the strings and like the saxophones, like the other instruments on the songs, they're all just like keyboard samples.
Oh, okay. So do you think that your love for music and wanting to write and sing was sparked by your mom when she put you in piano lessons, or was it another point in your life that was significant that did that for you?
I think because I started so young and I kind of took to it quite naturally, I didn't really want to do anything else. It was like all I was good at was music, and I knew that like ever since I was a kid, people would ask me, "What do I want to be when I grow up?" I was like, "A musician." It's always kind of been there. I can't really remember my first piano lesson, so I can't really remember like starting piano because I was so young. So it's kind of just always been there. It's like I've always known that I've wanted to do music.
And congratulations on your song hitting over 1 million plays. I'm looking at it right now. Birch Tree is at
Oh,
1,400,000 plays.
that's kind of crazy.
I mean,
I can't even. Yeah, I never would have thought that that would ever have happened ever in my life.
well, like probably 400 plays is probably from me alone, just so you know.
Really? Oh, thank you.
So your first LP, Taking My Time to Be, is a
Yeah,
beautiful that LP is very well thought out and planned. But one song that's not on the EP, which is my favorite song, and it's like one of the first songs I heard of yours, F song.
yeah,
What does F
yeah.
song stand for?
Oh, this is quite a personal question. I might not give the answer to this, but I actually planned this well so that the F, um, it's actually the song's in the key when I wrote it. It was in the key of F major, so that was like an excuse. But the F also does stand for another word, which I'm not going to say.
And I know you know that now. And I know you really care somehow. And she said he does love you. But well, hey, that's nothing new.
So is it safe to say that the F stands for family?
Not quite. I don't want to say it just in case this person ever hears this interview. It might be a bit weird for them.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
But
what the hell is this?
think in terms of like the two people that bring up a child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got you, got you.
yeah, that's what the F stands for. I mean, they probably will never hear this interview, so I guess that's fine.
So where do you get the most inspiration for your songwriting?
I've always found this question strange whenever I've had it in interviews because I think the most inspiration I get or the most inspired I feel is like from my own emotions. I kind of tend to write when I feel like a very strong emotion towards something. So like I could be really happy or really down. So like what would I do is like a happy song. That's me just writing when I'm like over the moon, you know?
Hmm.
Whereas like other songs like Without You, I was quite down at that time when I wrote that. So I think in terms of inspiration, like I feel most inspired by like my emotions. But then I guess musically, currently, I'm listening to a lot of classical music, like a lot of like Debussy, and like Maurice Ravel. So I'm listening to a lot of classical music and kind of getting inspired by that at the moment. Stuff like with the new But yeah, like classic songwriters as well. Yeah, like Nina Simone, I love Joni Mitchell,
Hmm.
uh, Karen Dalton. Classic songwriters, I guess, inspire me.
When you're writing, I feel like, let me know if I'm correct on this. Do you normally like to write outside? Because I see a lot of pictures of you like sitting outside. Like right now, you're in a park. So like, do
Oh
you?
yeah,
I kind of picture when you write, you like to be outside on a day that it's sunny, just sitting in the park where it's like birds singing and the sun shining.
I can see why you'd think that, but I think like my music can sound quite like springtime a bit, I guess.
Hmm.
But like I write inside, so like I'll sit at the piano and I'll like just write all the music first. I'll like find a chord progression. I might even be playing through a chord progression I already know, and then I'll just like play a wrong chord, and but suddenly I'll be like, oh, that sounds amazing. What did I just do there? And then suddenly I'll just have like a new chord progression. Um, but I write inside, but I can't take my keyboard outside. You know,
That's true.
and I wish I could.
What genre do you think describes the vibe of your music best?
See, this is a tricky question. Yeah, I think what I'm trying to do is change the views or like the sound of bedroom pop a bit because
Hmm.
I think more so with like the new album, I think like I'm trying to get the biggest sound into like a bedroom pop album that I can.
Hmm.
So I like this idea of like people listening to it and they're like, right, recorded this in his bedroom. But like this idea of like squeezing in an orchestra like into my bedroom
Into the bedroom.
and like all this like string instruments and like these like horn players and like me like with this like grand piano like in my room. Like I think so I'm not really sure what genre it is. I don't know. I think I see it more as just like songwriter, but I don't know.
Do you have?
Because I think it's changing. It's
Yeah,
changing quite a lot.
it definitely is though. But that's an interesting way of putting it. It's like you want to have like an orchestra in the room. That's, I don't know. I think even to display that on like a album cover would be dope. Like sitting in a
Yeah.
bedroom with like all of these instruments surrounding you. It's like extreme bedroom pop.
I just love that like idea because it's just like I'm a bedroom artist, but it's like why can't my music sound bigger than something that was recorded in a studio? I don't know.
I like that.
I like this idea
I do too.
of that.
Because I can actually picture it.
Yeah.
Have you ever toured in the US before?
I haven't. I wish.
You
I
gotta
wish
come here.
the dream.
We're waiting for you.
One day.
One
One
day.
day.
Once this pandemic blows over, then for sure you gotta come.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna
Definitely.
once we're able to travel again, I'm for sure gonna come to you because I need to get taking my time to be on vinyl and I need a picture with you and I need a signature so that I could put it up on
Yeah.
my
Come.
wall of fame.
Yeah. Come. You're always welcome in Liverpool. I'll show you around the site. I'll take you to the nice parks we've got. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
very welcome.
for sure. I haven't been in Liverpool. I've been to London quite a few, but and you don't notice, but like I am obsessed with British culture, just everything in general. On my
Really.
in my show, I talk in a weak British accent all the time. Like even when I was a
Really.
kid growing up, my mom always like we would joke and talk in a British accent.
Well, Liverpool, London's all right, but Liverpool is the place. I'm telling you,
Oh, okay.
it's like the most beautiful city in the north of England.
I'm gonna hear
You know.
what my guy says. So my friend Stush, he's the one who actually edits my interviews. So once he hears this, he's from England. I always forget what city he's from, but when he
Oh
hears
yeah.
this, he's gonna be like, oh, okay.
Oh, amazing.
So if you had all expenses paid right now to go live in another country and perform, where would you go?
Probably America.
Do you know what city?
Maybe LA. Just because I think like when I started off, I like remember looking at like my like Spotify for artists thing or whatever, and Yeah, I I saw at one time that like I was getting more listeners in LA than I
Uh,
was like the whole of the UK.
I'm looking at it right now. So your top 3 listeners are in Los Angeles, your second one is in Chicago,
No,
and then your
yeah.
third is in Taipei.
Oh, crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's just always been LA. I don't know, for like a good ever since I've started doing like Strawberry Guy. It's always been LA.
I think LA actually would fit you just because the vibe of your music, it like besides it coming from like England, it has a
Yeah,
very LA sound. Like I could see the scene in LA being very appreciative of your music. Who are the top 3 artists that you're listening to right now?
top 3 artists that I'm listening to. I don't know because I don't tend to listen. Honestly, I'm listening to so much of Boosie's music, and I know it's like weird because it's like he's like a classical composer from like the 1800s, but honestly, I'm just listening to so much of it. Like I'm just very inspired by that at the moment, and kind of all the different harmonies. Rather than like artists, I tend to just like pick different songs, if
Mhm.
you can understand, like rather than just one artist. And I think since the lockdown, I've actually not been listening to that much music because when I listen to music, it's usually I'll just like plug my headphones on, like walking down the street or like on a bus or like on a train. But because I'm not getting any transport at the moment,
Ah, okay.
apart from on my bike, I don't. I'm not really listening to that much music, which is probably sounds a bit strange. I'm a musician, but I love. There's a guy called Louis Prima. He's like a '50s like songwriter. The original Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's that song like I wanna be like you, ooh, ooh.
Mhm.
I wanna talk like you. Like he sings that song basically, and there's an album by him called it's like Louis Prima, The Wildest, and that is a phenomenal album. It's just it's so uplifting.
So I got one more question for you, and then we're gonna play a little game. It's a card game that I have with questions on it, like interactive questions, and not
Oh,
necessarily music questions. But
okay,
the last thing I was
sounds fun.
wondering, are you a Beatles fan?
Am I a Beatles fan? Yes, I am a Beatles fan. I love the Beatles.
What is your favorite Beatles song?
Favorite Beatles song? Ooh, God, that's so hard. Probably gonna have to be probably Eleanor Rigby, maybe.
Eleanor Rigby. I think I know what song that is. That sounds very familiar. As soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm gonna
Oh,
listen
look
to
at
it.
all the lonely people.
Yes. Okay. I thought I knew that song.
Oh, look at all the. Yeah, I love that. I love that song, like the melody. Yeah, I have been listening to a lot of Paul McCartney actually at the moment. To in answer to your other question.
Oh, so my guy Stush that I told you that is from England, he just texted me. He said, ask him if he's living in Liverpool or Everton.
Oh, Liverpool. And
Liverpool.
in answer to maybe his question, I'm a Red supporter.
A red supporter? Is that a football thing?
Yeah,
I figured I was like, they gotta be something about football.
yeah.
He said, good man.
Brilliant.
All right. So I have 10 cards lined up for you. We're gonna do
Okay.
three. And just give me a
Yeah.
number between 1 and 10, and then I'll pick it up and flip it over.
I give you a number between 1 and 10.
Mhm.
Number 6.
Oh, that's my favorite number. Number 6. Let's see. If you could sing a duet with anyone, who would it be?
Oh, oh my gosh. I don't know. Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson. Is he a part of a band?
The Beach Boys.
Oh, Brian Wilson. Did he sing the song oh my god, this is going to drive me crazy. Ocean Blue? Pacific What's the name?
Ocean Blue.
Brian Wilson.
Maybe. I don't know. I just love the Beach Boys as well.
Is he the one that drowned in the pool?
Drowned in a pool? No, I think he's still alive and kicking.
Oh, damn. Sorry, Brian Wilson.
Yeah?
I'm getting them confused with somebody else.
No, it's fine. No, don't worry.
All right. So pick
Do
another
I give you another number?
Yeah,
Let's stick to the evens. I'll go 2.
2. If you could bring back one famous person from the dead, who would you pick?
Oh, that's so tricky. That's so tricky. Oh, gosh.
I would say Brian Wilson, but he's still alive.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's like interesting. It's like, do I pick a musician, or my instant thing would be like Debussy, just so that I could like watch him play and maybe potentially meet him and ask him about all the different like ways of composition.
Or do a duet with him.
Oh, I don't think he's too good for me. Or like maybe Jesus, bringing back Jesus would be kind of funny. Like, you know what I mean? You could just be like, hey, dude, are you for real? And you could just like have a chat. Jesus just be walking around like healing people. He could heal the pandemic, you know?
Yes, he needs
just say, I'm not a religious believer, just to let you know. But
neither am I, so it's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be interesting, you know, if he could do all that stuff. That would be pretty handy right now, you know?
It would be. And that's a very interesting answer, because I feel like everybody just being musicians, their first thought is to bring back somebody who is a musician.
Yeah.
So last number.
Let's go odd. Let's go 5, meet in the middle.
5. This is a good one too. If you had to pick a new name for yourself other than Strawberry Guy, what would you pick?
Oh, that's so tricky. Berry Boy.
Berry. I mean, it's a close second.
Something Mango Man.
Mango. No, let's stick to Strawberry Guy.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm gonna try to do it next week. So I don't know if you're familiar with the bands, the Red Pears and the artist Paul Cherry. But
I know Paul Cherry.
Yeah, so I saw him play a few months back, and I'm actually doing the interview with him after you. So in light of that, I'm gonna do a playlist compiled of all 3 of your songs, and it's gonna be called
amazing.
Pears, Cherries, and Strawberries.
Oh, that's perfect.
So
amazing. I love it.
So I'll be sure to tag you and let you know and everything.
Yeah, brilliant. Sounds great.
Well, Alex, it was such a pleasure. I had such a great time and enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, it was great. I do blab. I can go on. I can talk to the world.
Oh, trust me. And I would sit here and talk to you all day. But hopefully this pandemic is over sooner than later so that I can come to Liverpool and we can hang out and go get a pint from somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that'd be well nice. Yeah, you're always welcome in Liverpool.
All right, man.
It's a very humble city.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure, dude.
All right, man. It was nice talking to you. Thank you all for listening, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify at DJ Catsanova for new music, a playlist every Friday, and live shows happening in the Bay Area. Stay cool, kiddies.
Do you really have to talk about love? Do you really have to talk about the way that you love him? Do you really have to talk about love?
This podcast is a proud member of the BFF.FM podcast network. Learn more at podcasts.bff.fm.
BFF.FM, best frequencies forever.